presence isn't just for adults. Presence should be taught and shown to our children from a very early stage. They should be aware that they are not their emotions, they are not their sadness, they are not their minds. Hey everybody, it's Elizabeth with World's Cup of Joe, Awaken Your Soul. Today I want to talk about presence, but not like our typical presence videos. Today I really want to share a tip that I have talked to my own daughter about. Presence isn't just for adults. Presence should be taught and shown to our children from a very early stage. They should be aware that they are not their emotions, they are not their sadness, they are not their minds. Today is very stressful for kids growing up. They had to grow up through COVID, something that we as adults never had to experience. At least my generation, nothing like this. There's new disasters, natural disasters going on all of the time in many of the states, and I'm talking about U.S., and a lot of just different political strife. I mean, that's been an ongoing thing for since the dawn of time. But our children today are exposed to so much more through technology, social media. My daughters, my oldest, actually even my youngest, I have 3 daughters. I have a 7-year-old, a 13-year-old, and a 14-year-old. And these children know about things that are going on in the news before I do, because they found out about it through social media. So to help them sort through their feelings and their emotions, which are not them, it's really good to teach them early on. And I would say a coping tool for those that are more prone to having anxious moments. One of my daughters definitely gets anxiety, and she needs to know how to cope with it a little bit better. And so she did wake me up in the early morning this morning, and she was having an anxiety attack. And I went upstairs with her to her bedroom, and I sat with her and I talked to her about presence. And I talked to her about anxiety is worrying about the future. Depression is focusing on the past. And I really wanted to go through affirmations with her to let her be present. It's hard to get in your mind when you're constantly repeating affirmations, and it's like a good, almost meditative technique for children to learn without them doing full-blown long meditations that a lot of them are not going to want to sit through. So I just sat with her and I repeated, I am strong, I am courageous, I am love, I am joy. And I went through other things that I thought would calm her down, and they did. And after sitting and doing affirmations for about 5 minutes with her, she was calm and she was ready to go back to sleep. And then she told me this morning when I dropped her off at school that really helped. And I wanted to tell her to take a little toy, like maybe something that she could hold in the palm of her hand while she's at school. And whenever she feels like she can't focus on school because she's getting anxiety, to bring it back to presence, whether it's looking at a little tiny stuffed animal and looking at the eyes, looking at the body, looking at, if it's a bear, looking at the ears, just focusing on what's in front of her and remembering that anxiety and worry cannot coincide with being present, because the mind is always in the past or in the future. And I really think this is a great moment and opportunity to teach our children. So by the time they are grown, they can really be in touch with soul. If you have any questions or any comments, please feel free to comment in the box below. We are here for you. Once again, this is Elizabeth with World's Cup of Joe, awaken your soul. Bless you guys.